Hello, I have for you today the limited edition Writer's Edition for 2026, dedicated to Bram Stoker, the 19th century novelist, most remembered for giving us the quintessential version of a vampire in Dracula. So that book was published in 1897, I think. So then, yes, 1897. So this is the 1897 limited edition. As usual, these pens come in a simulated bookcase and book box. Nice leather-bound simulated book with an accompanying leaflet or token of the author's life. So usually these are letters or postcards, and this time they've given us a letter to a vicar. So this is done in partnership with his estate. Interesting. Handwritten note. Wow, his handwriting's remarkable. Love that. A little hard to manage with gloves, but that's a neat way of arranging things. I wonder if that's done on purpose. That's quite curious. Nice little token of appreciation from the author's life, and a reply, looks like. Is it? No. Oh, this is the actual transcription of it. Everything done. Something that was done after he released Dracula, but before his death, I think in 1912. There we go. And then the main booklet with his signature. Yep, signature, trademark signature. There on the cover. So, as usual, a little booklet that details the pen's content, its inspiration, as well as the author's life and noteworthy moments. Father of the vampire myth. I don't know if he's the father of the vampire myth. Vampirism has existed in several different cultures for quite a while, but definitely the father of the quintessential description of vampire. So this limited edition is in sterling silver with ruthenium coated fittings, with motifs that reference Dracula's castle, and Victorian writing instruments, and most noteworthy, the body and the cap reference bat wings, something that I think is indicative of Montblanc's, how do you put it, their propensity or their penchant for modifying content and, I guess, extracting the essence. So I always criticize other manufacturers or other pen brands for producing rather straightforward images. So if you've got butterflies, I'll just put butterflies on the pen. Here I could imagine a lesser company would have just produced bats, put bats on the body and cap to reference the familiars. Ooh, that texture is strong. Even with gloves on, you can feel the texture. But here, they've gone one step further, right? So these elevations And this relief is intended to mimic a bat roosting. Do bats roost? Bat roosting with its wings wrapped around it. So you get this very unique texture of ribs between the webbing of the wings. And like I say, I think this really brings out Montblanc's ability to think beyond simply of an image and think of a trait that evokes that image and place it on the pen, right? So instead of having simply a bat scroll on the pen, they've produced a texture that quite fits a cylindrical object and gives it quite a pleasant feeling to evoke that that image without just wholesale replicating it. So sterling silver, can you see that there? Sterling silver. Not a bad idea, quite a good weight to it, not particularly heavy though. And then ruthenium coated fittings, as with the that's tight. As with the special edition of this pen, the overall shape is designed to replicate a syringe, a Pavel syringe, that was used in the late 19th century for blood transfusions, and is supposed to reference Van Helsing's work to save the heroine of Dracula. But not too complex, pretty plain. I question whether it really feels like a syringe. Their high artistry version of this pen unquestionably essentially replicates that syringe. So you've got a transparent glass vial within the structure, the medical structure, or the metal structure of the syringe, almost identically, so quite clearly a syringe. But here, I don't know, it's just the shape of a pen. And as with the special edition, here you've got a clip that is meant to evoke dripping blood or blood rolling down the neck following the attack on a victim. You got two puncture marks there represented by red, I think red garnets, synthetic probably, red garnets to evoke bite marks. Quite neat. I love the way they tie that in. The clip is very much, elsewhere would be very much like a standard classic clip style, just with this taper and the little ball on the end. But within this context, it definitely seems like something dripping down, a bit sinister. I like it. The finial is adorned with mother of pearl, surrounded with black resin, and ruthenium coated elements. The signature here is, that's what gives it quite a lot of texture. The signature there is engraved. Can't see it quite so well, but definitely quite nice. Beautiful signature, nice penmanship. And the black, apparently the black that adorns the pen is supposed to be oxidation of the silver, and then polishing to give the raised edges with a detail like that. It does seem shinier than I would expect for silver oxidation, so they might have coated it afterwards to, I guess, arrest the oxidation and prevent the high points from oxidizing further, or possibly from preventing the low points from polishing. I would want to put a polishing rag to this particular pen because of that. Now the nib is quite nicely done. You've got a nice matte, I guess that's a gold, is that a gold overlay? So it's a ruthenium coated nib with the famous theater masks portrayed there to evoke his love of theater. I don't know they're well done. Don't get me wrong, they're really well executed, but I don't know if it feels in line with the general mood of the rest of the pen, because the rest of the pen is quite sinister, and this feels quite playful. But definitely well done. And then a coating, a protective sheath on the section. So, yeah, I quite like this a lot, actually. It's, I think, one of my favorite pens in a while. The texture, I'm wearing gloves, but the texture is really very nice. And like I say, not relying on a simple image to evoke bats, and thinking beyond of simple images. I imagine they had a mood board on the wall where they were designing this pen, and they had a picture of a bat hanging down, and they looked at its wings and they said, that's a pretty good texture. It's quite simple to produce, quite effective, I would say, to evoke a bat, but maybe perhaps on its own like that, not as straightforward. Once you know what it is, you can't unsee it. You just see the bat wings furling over on themselves. And if you've seen a bat in person, the way that the webbing really looks like this is quite great. But there you go. I love it. Better than a simple pen, and more interesting than if they had simply produced a bat on the pen body. So I think, yeah, the criticism is that from this angle, it might not be quite straightforward, but from any angle you do see that element. You don't need to view it from a particular point to appreciate the beauty of the pen. Let me know if you've got questions.